Good day, everybody. Welcome back to our Americas series as we continue flying down the west coast of the Americas. We started in Alaska, we're down in South America, we're almost all the way to the bottom of Chile, and we got a couple more legs to go. This one is going to take us down to the town of Balmaceda, still in Chile, and it looks like there's going to be three of us going today. We've got Nick there in the Caribou and Oki in the Avianca. No ETC is up at the moment, but we are on VATSim, and they have been popping in and out over across the Andes in Argentina, so we'll see what happens and see if anyone comes on board. It is a rainy day down here in South America, as you can see, gray overcast. It's raining here, and it's overcast down at our destination, and we'll see if it's raining by the time we get there. So we'll hop on board and we can start getting the aircraft all set up and ready to go. Alright, so we are on board. Do our quick prep. Cockpit's preparation is done, parking brake is set, ground power is connected, external power is on. We'll get the batteries up and running. Adheres will go to nav. Evac is on captain and purser. No smoking, and seatbelt signs are now on. Lights are on. They are on system 1. Crew oxygen coming on. Generators 1 and 2 are on and are on fault. Cabin heat, we will go down 2 notches. That gives us a nice room temperature in the cabin. Packs 1 and 2 are on and on fault. And we can do our fire test. So let's get the screen out so we can see it. We will do the APU. That's good. Engine 1 and engine 2. Alright, so our fire tests are done. Come down here, we'll turn the emergency lights to arm. Icing indicator standby compass is on, and the cargo heat is set as we need it. Hi, Oki. Good to see you. So we're going to pop over here to our EFB. We'll get ourselves logged in. There we go. And we will pull in our flight plan for today's flight. We're going to amend our departure time to 2015. We'll update that. Take a quick look at the weather here. As you can see, this is our current weather. Winds are 10 or 010 at 13 knots. We'll be using runway 35. We have light rain, as we saw. Scattered cloud at 3,300, overcast at 6,600. Dew point and temperature are both the same at 7 degrees. QNH 1012. Alright, so 1012, we can set that up now. That is set, checked, and set on the standby. We are good there. So over to ground services. GPU is connected, chocks are in, we have the doors in, and the jetway is connected. That is good. Over to mass and balance. We're taking 131 passengers today. Just over 2,000 kilograms of cargo and 5.7 tons of fuel. So we will load the aircraft. We'll use fast time, and away they go. So we'll go into the VATSim menu. We'll grab our initial preliminary loading message. We'll accept that. We can enter in some of the information we have now and start getting everything set up and ready to go. So let's get our flight plan. Should be a nice flight again. We're along the coast for part of it, and then we head inland up into the hills again, right near the Argentinian border. So we are flight number land 5556. We were flying land Chile today. Cost index of 25. Cruise level for today's flight is ambitious. I don't think we're going up that high. I'm going to set our cruise at 350 for today's flight. I know our flight plan actually says 390, but I'm not going to go all the way up there. 305 or 856 is our troposphere today. We'll go in here to the winds. We will grab our climb and descent winds as they stand right now. There we go. And there's our descent wind. So that is all entered in. We will go over to page B. Trip wind is looking like a tailwind of 18 knots. Block fuel is 5.5 tons. And our preliminary zero fuel weight is 56.4. And we can get our center of gravity 30.4. I'll let the system start doing its calculations. And we can get all that set up. Sorry, a little bit of a frog in the throat. Let's go over to our flight plan. Once again, we're going to be departing off of runway 35, given the current winds. And we are going to be going off on the Get 1 2 Alpha departure, and we're going to get in. We'll do our briefing and we'll take a look at that. There are some restrictions here, but they're all at or aboves, so we should be good for our climb out. Now for our arrival, we're actually not doing a star, although there are stars. We're going right in for the Arnav Zulu for runway 27, and that actually takes us down to Arnav X-ray. Arnav Zulu for 27. That takes us all the way down from the entry point of the star to the runway, and we're going no star, and we're going to insert. These all look right. I was looking at those earlier. That's 800 feet before the turn. Selco at or above 3,000. Then T447 at or above 7,000. And Guten, which is the end of the departure, at or above flight level 110. So that is all good. We then head down on the Uniform Tango, Upper Tango 102 airway. Then we come into our arrival on the Arnav. Hey Jayhawk, how are you doing? Alright, so there's a couple that didn't put in, so we're going to actually go in and do that. So after Udavi, it's BA441. I'm going to get this to match the thing here. And after BA441 is BA, there's a lot of information there, 496. Enter that in. After BA496 is Reboom. After BA, oh, it's got Reboom in there, so that's good. So we'll take out manual. Actually, let's insert that. And there's Udavi, BA441, BA496, Reboom. Alright, so we'll take out that Reboom. Is it gonna let me, or is it giving me issues? Clear. Yeah, live time, live weather, Danny. Okay, let's see if it'll let me take out this one. No. They're putting in as a hold. See, what we're gonna do is let's try this again. Some weird things going on in here. I think I might have butchered that. Let's see if it'll let me. SCTE. SCBA. Departure 35. To 1 alpha. Insert. Arrival. RNAV 27. Insert. Okay, it's got the 128, 106, 107. That's all good. So after Guten should be DO TGU, and then it's Udovi, UDOVI. I'm just going to insert after each one. And then it's BA441. BA446, or no, 496. It's putting that in as a hold. So after reboom BA239. And And then it should go to see, it's taking out the RNAV. Sorry, I'm really screwing all this up. So if let's see if I can skip a couple of those. Okay, we'll insert that. Hey, Brian. Hope you're doing well. DOTGU is next waypoint. After that will be, I'm going to skip that one. UDOVI. Now if we go in here and go arrival, RNAV, insert. No, Brian, I'll leave tomorrow. I couldn't do any weekend streams because I had my niece over, so we were doing stuff there. So this is a straight line. So I'm going to go from Undavi to BA 441. We'll enter that, and after BA 441, we're going to go straight to BA 239. I'm not anticipating a hold. And then comes T-pair. Okay, so if I pull that and do that, that gives me my loop around for the RNAV. Now, yeah, I know. I'm not looking forward to it, but not much I can do. So, if we go here, we have altitude constraint of flight level 1100 will be descending. Insert. The next one, BA 441, is flight level or 10,000 feet. I did that, but it seemed to it was putting in a hold, and it was taking out the rest of the route. So I'm not exactly sure why it was doing that. I'm almost done. BA 441, and then BA 239 is 7,500 feet, and that will be descending. All right, so that's all entered in, and then it should be 7,500, then 5,300, and it works itself down. 5,300, 4,600, 4,000, 3,500, 3,000. Yep. So that's all worked out there. So that is all good. And again, we'll take a look and do the brief thing in a second. So that's the flight plan in. That did it perfectly. Well, okay. Let's dismiss that. So we are loaded. That's me just not spending enough time with all this planning stuff. So we'll go back over here. There's our should be our final load sheet. Oh, it's another preliminary. There we go. That's our final load sheet. We'll accept that, so we can come back over. 56.6 on our zero fuel weight as our final. And our C of G will be 29.2. Is in, so that's all done. And again, we have our final block fuel of 5.5. And our trip wind again was a T18. Clear that. Of course, it's cleared all my other wind data. Oh, it's not letting me put in the trip wind. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's get the winds. There we go. There we go. Let's get that again. Now, insert. Okay. That's all there. And back to here. Let's try it once again. Nope. Okay. Can't come over to our performance page now. Alright, so runway will be let's get the right one. Runway 35, it is wet. It will be a flaps 1, packs will be on, load sheet is in, syncing the weather, and calculating. All right. It's gonna have to go to this view. So we have a V1 of 121, VR of 135, and a V2 of 135. We have 1 and up 0.2 for the trim, and flexing of 68 degrees. So that is all entered in. Come over here, go to our flight plan. Everybody's on board and everything is set and ready to go. So altimeters are set, transponder is set, PWS is off, GCS is set to auto, fuel boarding and loading is complete. APU coming online. APU should be starting up any second now. There she goes. Initial climb will be 10,000 feet. And we'll put him over there, and I will go to 10. Reset the clock. 122.8 on the radio. It's Unicom. Still no ATC up. APU is now 100%.
Puerto Montt traffic, Caribou 434, pushback and start facing south.
APU bleed is now on. External power is disconnected. Come over to our ground services. chocks and GPU can be withdrawn. We'll import our route. And we're going to be departing out to the north. It'll be a right turn, and then we'll be out over the water, flying down this way. And we'll be coming in, doing a bit of a zigzag around some hills, and then we'll be landing on runway 27 from the east. That is the plan. Alright, so that is all up and running. APU external power is disconnected. Takeoff data is set. FCU is set up. Flight directors are on. Radios are set. So here. Oki? You look like you just disappeared. Alright, let's get the push set up. We're going to be facing south. We're facing west currently. So we're going to be facing south. We'll taxi down to runway 35 on Alpha. It's a bit of a long push. There we go.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by.
Oh, he took off already? Or did he just vanish? Crossing your fingers for me? Yeah, for the airport tomorrow. 4 hours. The tickets still say 3 hours early. I'm going 4 hours early. We'll see what happens. I don't know. They've already delayed my flight an hour and a half, so at this point, I'm just gonna see. I've got nothing planned for tomorrow when I arrive, so
all doors and hatches
whatever
closed,
happens,
all ground
happens.
equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
Oh, there's Oki there. I think that's Oki. I see his lights flashing up in the sky.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
cleared for
okay.
Push start. Please
Wow.
release parking brake.
What a guy.
Parking brakes are released.
Puerto Montt
Commencing playback.
area
You can start
traffic.
the engines in sequence.
Land Chile 5556. Push facing south for runway 35. Alright. I'm just gonna wait until I forgot to activate my flight tracker, but it's not too soon. I haven't started engines yet. I'm just gonna have to wait until the push is done before I can do that. Oh yeah, it's taking off. Bye Oki, have a good flight. Oh, you're up in the clouds. Can't see you. No, I know, and I like I said, I flew in from out and back to Vancouver a month ago, and didn't have any issues either. So it seems most of the delays they're saying are domestic or cross-border, and for those that don't know, cross-border over here means down to the States, but I'm going international, so I'm hoping it doesn't affect me. I just leave it as the MCDU. I don't change it. Depending, at the moment, no. I'm slightly fast and loose with those numbers at the moment. They should be giving you the same numbers. but we'll see. As soon as I get the brakes on, I'll get the engines up and going. The push cart does the wiggle.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Alright.
Ground. You may disconnect.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Let's get the engines going.
Holding position,
So we're
waiting
not
for the
holding
visual.
up Nick
Thank
too
you
long.
and goodbye.
Yeah, if I get something interesting, I'll throw a pic on. We should be able to get some Manchester at the end of the trip when we're at the airport. But I put one in the gallery from a flight I did on the weekend in a real 172 down over Toronto. So there's that flight there. People can take a look at, or a picture of it anyway. Engine's almost up. There goes the bus. Engine's coming up. Let's start the other one. Then one is stable. There's engine 2 available. Is it? Yeah. Well, it was raining pretty good, so I'm assuming it's a good storm system. There goes the bus. All right. So it looks like it got good starts on both engines. Generators 1 and 2 are both come on. And there go packs 1 and 2 are both on it now as well. Ignition mode selected to no more. Probe and window heat are fine. Anti-ice will leave it off. Packs 1 and 2 are good. Flaps going to 1 plus F. Trim is up 0.2. It's full left, full right, forward, full back. Left rudder, right rudder. Flight controls are checked. APU bleeds are off. APU is coming off. FCP is set. Instruments are checked. And taxi lights are coming on. Puerto Montt area traffic, land Chile, 5556 taxiing Alpha to 35. Parking brake off.
Puerto traffic currently 464 following the LATAM Chile, Alpha runway 35.
There we go. Still in at 19. Wow. Unfortunately, the METARs don't give you weather tops. They only give you bottoms. You'd have to look at a GFA, or a graphical area forecast, or a more detailed analysis to get the weather tops. So I have played with my rudder settings a little bit. I put a little bit less sensitivity and closer to the dead zone, so hopefully that'll help prevent a little bit of the overcorrecting that happens as we taxi. So this will be the last stream before I leave. Like I said, I'm leaving tomorrow. Our next stream will be upon my return. It'll be a Friday night stream. We're going to drop back down into Australia. We'll be flying the Topa Sky A320. Leaving Melbourne, where we flew into last time, and we're heading out to Townsville. That'll be on Friday, the 29th of July, 1930 Zula. Information for all the live streams can be found on the Discord. All the live streams are open to the community, either VATSim such as this one or multiplayer. And people are more than welcome to join in, as Nick and Oki are doing today. Oh, my strobes are going. I got them turned off. It's only 3 weeks, Oki. 2 weeks of going around and seeing a few things I want to see, and then I'm spending a week with family at the end before I head home. It's the joys of being retired. I don't have to go back to work. Oh, Brian, that'd be cool. Yeah, we'll be doing back on the Friday streams. I think at some point we're going to switch back over to Europe. And I do want to finish that European capitals. So we'll skip over Belarus and just carry on with it. Hit some more of the European capitals and European or VATSim ATC guys. Alright. So there we are. Let's jump back inside and get everything set and ready to go. So, nose lights to take off. Get the lights on, strobes are on, all that is on. We're good there. Transponder is on. TRA is on, weather radar is on. That's all set and good. I can move out. Auto brake to max. Spoilers armed. TO config done. Puerto Montt area traffic, land Chile 5556, taking position runway 35. Good. Nick should be behind me. There we go. Puerto Montt area traffic. Land Chile 5556, rolling 35.
Puerto Montt area traffic, Calgary 464, landing up runway 35.
There we go, man. Flex SRS and runway enabled. Yeah, rudder's a little bit nicer. Not getting that overcorrecting. It's 100 knots, V1. Rotate. And positive rate, gear up. Speed brakes disarmed. Runway lights, taxi lights are off. There's 800 feet. Begin our turn. S-speed flaps coming up. And thrust climb. And we're into the rain. terrain. Oki wasn't kidding. It is wet out here. Clear ourselves up to 350. Turning for Selco. Be out over the water, so it won't be too bad.
Puerto Montt area traffic, Cavalry 464, taking over runway 35.
You can see our top of climb and our top of descent. Not too far apart from each other. It's a shorter leg today. Gray clouds out there at the moment anyway. Oh, there we go. Breaking out of some of it. Should make for a nice view. There it is. I always love that breaking out of the clouds moment when you're flying. So we're punching through it a little bit here. Alright, over to standard. On the altimeters, there's 10,000 feet, so lights can come off. They're all off. I believe the seatbelt sign's on for this. We're not out of the bumpiness yet. Still in and out of the clouds. And there we go. Wow, looks nice. Was that with Air Canada or with Porter, Brian? I do like Porter's Q400s. They've made them nice, as comfortable as you can get those things. And as I always say, best office view in the world. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. Check here. Yeah, no further messages, so we are all good there. Go back over to the flight plan. We got what? 40 miles between top of climb and top of descent? Air Canada, yeah. CRJ-9. Yeah, it's a common one. That and the 320s sometimes, I guess, at peak periods. I can't remember the last time I flew to Halifax, what it was in. I think it was a 320. Pretty dark clouds. Well, it stopped raining down in Balmaceda, but it's still pretty cloudy. Yeah, well, my flights to Vancouver and back were full. Just going to get worse with that because they're, in order to relieve the congestion in Toronto, they're cutting flights out of Toronto and Montreal. Can't remember, but they're cutting like 15-20% for domestic flights. Well, there's a interesting cloud layer coming up. So we'll see. I've already got another flight booked towards the end of August. I'm going to visit some people I know. Again, in Calgary and in the Yukon. So I'll be flying back out again in August. Nope, wrong button. There we go, coming through that stuff there. I'm just watching where we are and where we're turning to. Speaking of which, let's take a look at how we're coming in here. So if we go to our approach, Arnav Zulu, runway 27. So this is what I was trying to get programmed in. So we're coming down here through Udovi, down to BA 414. It kept putting in this hold and almost like it was activating it. But we're going to fly right down this way, past the edge of this mountain spur. And we come inside to the valley here. And we come around like this and land on runway 27. You can see all those drops in altitude here as we go down. So that is the plan right now. We're basically flying, we're coming off the end of the departure, and then we basically flying straight line down here to Udovi, and then that's the little turn-in thing we're doing. So that is what we're coming in to do. I'm going to star that one so I can pull it up when we come back. As you can see, we're going to come in and then start heading inland here. Yeah, I know. I think it was getting confused a little bit with it. Or at least the way I was trying to enter it in, so I was probably doing something wrong. Wouldn't put it past me. I might go out again in the fall. I don't know. We'll see if I want to get away again. Anyway, we should start looking at our destination. So, the weather has improved a little bit. Not much. There's the current METAR. As you can see, winds are 250 at 4 knots, scattered at 2500, overcast at 20,000. 1 degree, and QNH of 0998. I'm going to set that in here just as a reminder. And we're going to start entering this information in here, so that we have it. That was just updated, so it shouldn't be too far out of date. So QNH of 0998, temperature of 1 degree, winds are 240 at 4, transition level 10,000, and the barrel for the arrival is going to be 2030. Airport elevation is 1,722 feet, although the runway's at 1667. So that's all good to know. So that's all entered in now. And for descent altitude minimum, we'll probably put in 5,000, but we'll be going on to the approach mode at probably T-par when we get down to there, so it'll just follow it down through the 5,000 feet. Just approach altitude is 8,500. Almost up to cruise. No service on this flight. It's far too short a time frame. We could have gone up to 390, but holy cow. Right now it's saying optimal is 360, so I don't know why it was SimBrief was giving us such a high high cruise level. Okie should be on his way down now. Let's just see where he is. No, he's still up there. Everything's looking good. Yeah, I mean your VATSim is showing you up at like 39 or 390. That's pretty high. Pretty high indeed. Well, breaking the clouds. See mountaintops down there. Starting to head inland now. Pop back over and see there's the mountains we're looking at. Specifically down here. Coming all the way up to higher elevations. And for reference, our next flight takes us down here where we end down in Ushira? Anyway, it's down here at the southern tip of South America. Will be the next and last of the Americas flights when we do it. That should be a good wrap up to the flight. TLC and TOD 25 miles, yeah. I'm a little bit further, but I'm not climbing up as high as you are. There we go. Into cruise. We're beginning our top of descent about 48, 50 miles. See, it's put the hold in. We're gonna go right past it. I think Okie's got enough space to be able to get in and clear the runway. And speaking of which, it's not a large runway. As you can see, it's 8,000 feet. We're coming in on 27, so we're going to look at getting off at Bravo. or Alpha. Might go for Alpha. And then backtrack, and this is the parking area in here. Not a lot of room for the aircraft. It's all good though. $40 miles to top of descent. Looks like ATC has come online to the north of us, up in Argentina. Kind of the northern end of Argentina, but not affecting us. A few more breaks in the clouds now that we're away from the coastline. There's 5,000 feet set. So we're ready for a descent. And we're gonna have that first target of 11,000 here at Udova. Put on the constraints as well. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. Looking forward to having you joining us once we get back into it in August. Have a good day. .goo is coming up, and then we've got about 20 miles or so to top of descent. Of course, we're in the dead of winter down here now, so the temperatures are like 1-2 degrees. Alright, we're 100 miles away from Udovi, and we're beginning our descent shortly. And that'll get us down there nice and gently at 11,000 feet. We should be good. 10 miles to go. So arrival and weather data is entered in. MCDU approach page is complete. The radios are set. Anti-ice not required, although we'll probably turn it on when we get down through the clouds. TARA will go tilt below. Altimeters are set. Approach has been briefed. As for traffic at our destination, there's nobody there, and we are the only 3 inbound, so it's all looking pretty good. Balmaceda area traffic. Land Chile 5556, leaving flight level 350 for the RNAV Zulu runway 27 approach at Balmaceda. There we go. So 10,000 feet is transition. And no update to the MEDAR, so everything stays the same. A nice steady descent rate down. Definitely seeing more gaps in the clouds down here. Put the link to the Discord in the chat. You can also find the link to the Discord in the descriptions for the videos, or both on YouTube and on Twitch. Everyone is more than welcome to come on over and say hi. Definitely feeling that turbulence from the mountains. Looks like Oki's getting pretty close. There's 27,000 feet. Just gonna keep an eye on it from here. That's the missed approach it's drawn onto the onto the chart there. So no speed restrictions. Until we get down to 10,000 feet, and then they start to kick in. After BA 441, 250 knots. BA 239, we're down to 230.
Traffic, Carrier 164, descending flight level 350, down to 3000 on Zulu, runway 27. That was the traffic.
BA 128 is 190 knots. Be the rest of the regular stuff down there, so it should be pretty good. It's 2,300 feet. Pick up my approach plate. I'm going to be coming in and making a left turn here. Get a bit of a tailwind. With the terrain radar. Yeah, it's midwinter down here and we're getting pretty far south, so definitely going to be feeling it. I'm going to put the engine anti-ice on when we get down to the clouds. It's well, true air temperature is minus 19. Surface air temperature is minus 35 on the skin of the aircraft, so that's pretty cold. Given that they were reporting clouds all the way down to 2,500 feet. Probably leave the anti-ice on all the way down. Just 20,000. Pick up the pace a little bit here. I don't want Nick getting too far in behind me. We can come off that at 11,000 and let the aircraft do its normal slowdown routines. Yeah. But when you get up really high, it starts to warm up again. You get up in the 40,000 area, the temperature starts to head back up for a while. Set 29908 now that we're going to be passing through fairly consistently. 10,000 foot transition. That's our sunset. Sort of see the color on the, ooh, there's a little rainbow going on down there. Should be a nice evening arrival here. Makes me wonder what if it's gonna be a night approach when we go into Ushuaia at the very end. It's almost right down on the southern tip. Seeing the snow down there now. Yoke's well into his approach now. Very nice views. Just 13,600. I do got some videos coming up that'll go up over the next few weeks. Leave the channel dead for that amount of time, and it keeps some stuff coming in, so it'll be popping in. I think I got 2 videos a week while I'm away. Adobe coming up, I want 11,000. Be pretty close to it when we get there. I'll go back over to manage speed now. The aircraft starts slowing down. Balmaceda traffic, land Chile 5556 at Udovi, flight level 110, entering into the Arnav Zulu runway 27 at Balmaceda. Okay, Jayhawk, thanks for dropping by. Greatly appreciate it. Hold for 10,000. Bounced around. Should get the drop to 250 knots. Oh, you are coming on the 25th, Hug? Okay, great. See you then. It's 250 knots coming up, 10,000 feet. So, throw all the lights on. Ding the back. Don't need landing systems as it's an RNAV. We will go to auto brake slow. Engage the arm. Yeah, it is pretty turbulent here. Looks like Oki's on final. Alright, 230 knots. Missed approach is entered in. So a BA 239, which is about 12 miles ahead. They want us at 230, and as soon as we pass over that, we're going to go into our approach phase, which will bring us down to green dot, which is about 208. And then when we hit BA 128 here, we got a 190 max speed. Looks like Oki has landed. We're kind of going around in between mountains at the moment. This is the valley. As you can see here, the valley here. So we're gonna just go over the edge of this ridge here off to our left, and then coming along the valley, make a right-hand turn and in. Getting any icing warnings? No. All right. It's 8,000, 7,500 at the next one. There's that ridge, and we're going to fly down to the left and around into the airport. So nothing on the terrain radar, so we're got a good altitude. Alright, so there's the turn. Approach phase is on. Ready for depart here. After Tabar, we'll go flaps 1. And we'll activate approach mode. Port's over here somewhere. A little bit more over this way. Alright, there's the turn. Flaps 1. What is in final approach. Speed's coming back. Starting to get some train coming in. Seem to be almost under the clouds now. We're kind of doing a big circle to final here. As we pass BA 106, we're going to go to flaps 2. It's flaps 2. Hundred 80 knots. There's BA 087, gear down. There's the airport and the runway. Flaps 3. Flying a lovely arc here, and there's the airport. At Moomip, we'll go full flaps. equipment, full flaps. Lights are on, cabins notified, gear down 3 green, flaps full, auto brake low, and ground spoilers are armed.
1,000.
1,000 to go. Balmaceda traffic, land Chile 5556 established on the RNAV runway 27, 4 miles.
$500.
Feet.
Minimum.
Landing.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Reversers on, auto brakes on. Reversers off. Auto brakes off. Kind of made it. Balmaceda traffic, land Chile 5556, clear runway 27. Alright, engine's back. Could have gone, I guess, auto brake 2.
Traffic, Cavalry 464 is short final for runway 27.
Those lights off. Those lights off. Turn off lights can come off. Weather radar off. Transponder off. And that can go to standby. Oh, looks like we got 2 ramps, or 2 jetways and a stand. What a small little town we have here. There we go. Welcome to our destination. So let's get over here. We'll get the ground services out. External power chocks. Get that connected. And that's that taxi light. Come over to electrical, make sure we have our external power is hooked up. Engines can go off. Okay, we're on external power. Beacon light can come off. I'll leave the dome light on. Fuel pumps come off. Flight directors can go back to 10. You go there, you go there. Like so. And deboarding is underway. So here we are. Beautiful sunset, beautiful sky going on. Looks fantastic. So that's going to do it for today's flight. Thank you very much for joining us. And for those of you who are over in the UK, and hopefully I'll see you on the 25th at Manchester Airport Pub. And for everyone else, we will see you in a few weeks when we're back with our next live stream at the end of July. Thanks everybody for coming along with us on the flight today. Thanks for everybody for watching, and we will see you all on the next one. Until then, bye for now.